Hi, welcome to my channel if you're new here. This video is my first video to contribute to the pawgustart hashtag for the Creative Arts Collaboration Group of YouTube artists. This is people who paint, people who sew, cook, sculpting, mixed media, any kind of form of art you can think of is included. So what I have already brought up in a previous video for current viewers is I have this folder I have created, well, folder journal, and in it is different types of papers that I am going to collage on. And what I'm going to collage is an assortment of birds, butterflies, and flowers that I have cut out of Birds in Bloom magazine. I've been carting these magazines around for years because I love the pictures so much, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with them, and I finally decided after watching a couple of friends' videos, Gina Ahrens is one of those friends, where she had done different collaging of magazine parts onto file folders, and I thought that was a great way to utilize some of these images. I also have a roll of washi tape that has birds on it that I pulled out just in case I want to add something like that. So let's get started. Being this is a medical folder and it has lots of bends in the cover, I can actually flip it all the way back like this. Now I think that's going to be a little lumpy. I'm going to go ahead and tuck the front cover under this non-stick mat here. I'm probably going to end up moving this box, but to start off with, we'll have it here. I don't necessarily want all of my mess going all over all of the pages that I have in here at the moment, so I'm going to grab myself some wax paper to use as a barrier. I just happen to have this really big roll from somewhere that I've been working on using up. So pardon the noise. Alrighty. Just tucking those pieces around a little bit there kind of helps keep them out of the way. So, because these images may not completely cover every little speck of this bit of file folder, I think I'd like to add some color to the page first. And I am going to accomplish that using some Tim Holtz Distress paints, and then I also have an assortment of the Adirondack dabbers. So let's see. I'm going to go with some shades of green because birds and plants are in the green areas when they're hanging out. So I have mowed lawn and cracked pistachio. Let's get those shook up a bit because I haven't used them in a little while. Now, as you'll notice, I do have some labels on the caps. Those are the older ones that they had come out with. The ones that are missing the labels, like this, these are the new colors that have been coming out this year, and they have not made a PDF file yet with all those colors because there's going to be 12 of them, and they figured they probably would get that done at that point. So, let's get some of this color on here. I'm just going to kind of do the edges, I think, more than anywhere, because you know, it's really easy to do some overlapping on the actual page to get rid of spaces in between images, but not necessarily on the edge. So there's no rhyme or reason as to the style of applying your paint. Just, you know, get it on there and make yourself happy. Get a bit of this in there. Let's see, scoot that up a tiny bit so you can get the bottom edge there too. And let's get a little bit of this other green on here. Alright, I'm going to set these aside for now so I have a little bit more space. Now you're going to need something to apply whatever you plan to use for your collage medium. And I'm using this big Narfy looking brush from wherever. Probably one of those bucket of brush kind of things you can pick up from any of the big box stores. I'm going to hit this here with some heat to dry it quicker. Alright, today I'm going to be using the Liquitex matte gel medium to adhere these images. And let's see what we have. I think on the first page I'd like it to have something like a main focal area where I can add some text, so I think this flower would be a good idea. And then maybe around the flower some assorted birds to kind of fill in the blanks a little bit. Might need to get that paint back out and add a bit more. Let's see what we got up here. This is a nice piece. We can maybe layer that under there in the corner. Going to mess around with your different images that you have and see who might fit where you like the best. And it might take you a little while to figure out exactly, you know, which ones are going to work where they, you know, work best where and all that. So I think I'm going to need to get those colors back out. Just add a little bit more underneath there. I still need something right there, but I'm not finding a little picture that I like just yet. What's this owl doing? I think it might be kind of funny peeking out over the top. Maybe I need to... ton of work for me. We've got a few gaps here to fill in with the color. Just want to get the mowed lawn out. Just kind of go in there a bit where the little bit of vision is going. Over here some. I think it's here. Alright. Hit that with the heat tool real quick. Alright, well we know that the big sunflower is going in the center, so I'm gonna, and this is gonna go here. And the garden scene is going there. Let's get those put down first. I think I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. Maybe not. It's a good idea to apply your gel medium to both sides, you know, the back side of your piece and also to the page you want to add it to, because it helps them have a better adhesion. And I'm just going to use this gift card type thing to kind of spread that gel medium out a little. Don't have any huge glops. So like with any art page that you're doing, you work in layers. So I've got the background border, background layer of images. Now I can come back in with my focal images and put them where they need to go. So I've got my little running birdies here, and that little fella, and this one. And that one's going to go in there. And that little guy was there. This little guy is here. And I think he was actually up there. Maybe. Kind of like him over there. And did I have one more that I was looking at? No, but I think I'm going to put a butterfly in that zone. Just because it looks like it needs it. Alright, that needs to be on top, and that one. That's an under. That's an under. That's top. That's an under. Now what I mean by top and under is that the image itself needed to go underneath something. Because like this one here has the stem it's sitting on, and if I were to put that over the little birds on the beach, then they would cover them up and it wouldn't look as good. So it does not matter that this gel medium is getting onto the front, because once we've got them all plastered down, I go back through and put a coating of it over the top, and that way whatever I want to add over it later on, like a marker or something, it'll have a surface that's, you know, the same all the way across, so that we don't have any weird color things going on. You of course can use Mod Podge or Decoupage, whatever brand is your preference. You don't have to use, you know, more costly medium type thing to adhere your photos. I just grabbed this one because it was already on the desk and handy. Of course, you have to be careful when you're doing little fiddly bits like that perch, or you might accidentally just rip the little guy's leg off as you're trying to hook him down. Well, now that I got those guys on there, I don't know if he's going to work the way I had him before, without cutting off his wings. It might work right there. I think we'll be okay. Alright. Is that everybody? Yep. Okay, now I'm going to go across with a coat just to seal all those parts in together. Make sure that there's no little pieces sticking up that need a little extra. And if you've never done something like this before, and you see all this hazy coloring going on over your images, that's not something to be worried about. This stuff dries clear, and it will be all good in the end. Alright, so that's page 1. And now I need to let this dry a bit before I can continue on, or I'll get my stuff all stuck to the rest. So I will come back and continue on with this page in a little while when it's dry. So stay tuned.